Are you the new kid on the block? That's what I'm getting with this reading. When I go to the gym, I have to be. I'm used to it now, but getting up at that hour to go, like, my body's used to it. I think you can train yourself to do whatever you want. Like, when I was in the military, they get us up like at, I remember, 3:34 sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes 5, and we exercise the first thing, like bathroom, exercise. Anyway, if I don't get to my, if I don't go early, then I end up missing out on my donut that I get for after. Like, the little old men will be in there at 5 a.m. and they'll get all the donuts and they'll be gone. The one that I like is only the plain one, right? I'll only have a plain one. And then I got one for my grandma. If I don't get there early, then I don't get my plain donut. And that's not fair. So it's like competing with other people. Early bird gets the worm. Maybe you are starting a new job or a new business or something, and you're like, ugh, I have to start so early. I have so many things to do. Competing with other people that have been doing it a lot longer. Competing with people that have, to get that recognition. It's like, how did you do it? How did you do it? This secret competition. It's a lot of work. People get up like that man so they pay them. That secret competition, so they get money. It's like, maybe in the twilight hours, like before the sun comes up, they have to get up before. That's what I was getting, because that guy at the donut shop, he said he gets up like at 1 or 2 in the morning to start like all the cooking and everything. But early bird gets the worm. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget to stretch, because when I went to physical therapy, all the little, I live in Palm Springs area, and this used to be a healing ground or something. I don't remember, something about that. I haven't looked into it more than that, but it used to be a healing area. So your healing is very important. A lot of people come here and then they end up passing away because they feel more relaxed, they feel more healed to let go, I'm assuming. That, and other people are just throwing on them or evil-eyeing them with jealousy. But I would always get, don't forget to stretch. That's like the first thing that you do when you start working out. So there's like an order of operations and things that you must do. Things that the way things are done. Even like the physical therapy that I went to was Movement for Life, and that's what it's called, and where the VA sent me. And gentle stretching, like, even when they're older, like, if you don't start moving, you get all stiff. You get stiff. You can see those old people, like, you can be 80 with like a fitness routine, or you can be 80 that barely walks. So you pick it, okay? And that, from yesterday, I was getting the 7 of Pentacles, where, whether you want to indulge in that over there, that when you get older, that's going to be the, you're planting the seeds for that later. So be mindful of your behavior. You're drinking all the time, and when you get older, you're probably going to get sick from that shit. You're smoking all the time, when you get older, you're probably going to get sick from that shit. So be aware of that. Be mindful of that. When I'm remembering in the military, when I was really, like, the first thing I would do, I would get up at a certain hour, and the first thing I do, I would go straight to the galley, which is where with like the cafeteria, and I would eat, because if I didn't go get my food, it would be breakfast would be over, and it'd be lunchtime, and I hadn't eaten, and it's like, I have to eat. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? And then, like, your identity is all you have in school. Something about being in school. This is where you learn. You learn when you're in school. I'd run real early. I'd get my bagel, my coffee, and a juice with cream cheese. And there was some cereal. But something small for breakfast, and then for lunch I just have like salad, and I always either got ranch dressing or French dressing, or with croutons and cheese. I don't even know how I made it through boot camp on salad, but I ate nothing but salad. When I got out of there, I was 140 pounds. Anyway, and then I heard that part from this boy came near me, and he was like, be aware when people are trying to show off in front of you. Just what would guys do to impress them? I seen that part from Clueless. Like you're kind of like in this energy where you're just like not emotionally invested. You're kind of nurturing yourself, and you've made that choice. And these boys are like, what would guys do to impress them? That was from Clueless. Resisting a change. Wanting to start something, like maybe they have a bad habit, like they just can't deal with this anymore. And they're at their ends with the way things are going. They can't deal with it anymore, and they're just taking it to the extreme, trying to prove a point, trying to portray that strength. Not really allowing it to change. Sometimes people just want to stay stuck. Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What's sticking out here? The King and the Queen of Cups reversed. One person is neglecting themselves. One person is neglecting their self-care, and one person and not listening to their intuition. The other one is like emotionally unavailable. And this is how that happens. Like you have to be open to the energy. I'm getting Reiki. If you want something, you have to be open to it. You have to be receptive of the energy. But not everybody. You don't have to be with everybody. Your helmet, your protection. Make sure you're protecting yourself if you're engaging in other oddly behavior. Getting the helmet, and also like protecting your crown and focusing on your long-term stability. Maybe like what I'm getting, like when people, there's a meme when you're like 20, if you start working out, when you're 40 you're in good shape. If you're 20 and you're eating over crap, but when you're 40 you're fat. Like that's how it works. So if you're neglecting your self-care and you're emotionally cold towards your intuition, towards your higher knowing, you're not balanced. If you're not balanced, then, you know, you're kind of just you're going slow. You're slowing yourself down. You're going very slowly. You're doing it very slowly. Let me see if I get an oracle message. Clarify this, please. Yeah, towards your fulfillment. You're very slowly going towards your fulfillment, and it's like, it's depressing. It's depressing because you're kind of like going really slow. Maybe you're going really, really slow. Slow and steady runs the race, but take it slow out there is what I heard. Like there's these other guys that lift like so much, and then they end up like breaking a pelvis or something. Masculine energy. Healing that masculine energy, healing yourself. Feminine energy, see, masculine and feminine, healing that balance. Whoa, King and Queen of Cups. Take it slow out there, balancing yourself. Whoa. That was a good message. Masculine and feminine, balancing that inner union. Masculine, feminine. The feminine, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. The masculine, authority, disciplined father figure. And that balance, that justice card in the middle, and the healing. That healing, having inner union for your fulfillment.